for joining.
Of course. Thank you for
Outside of
having
the
me.
Yeah.
outside of the newsletter, you're not just names on the newsletter. You're actual people with voices and faces.
Shocking.
I love it. I love it. No, it's been awesome. The seeing the responses that we're getting in the newsletter, and I appreciate both of you so much for being crucial roles. Ernie sends out the Thursday to do list every week and just crushes it, making sure people know what's happening in the community. And a couple months ago, started sending out Tuesday sends. That's more of a focus send, so kind of bouncing around the topics, but still exploring great things happening in our community. And it still surprises me how many newsletter followers we have that still don't know we have a newsletter. I we did our I'm trying to remember. I think it was like the list, the M that you did of everything happening for Halloween.
Mm.
And I had a couple people send me like, you should do like to-do lists more often. It's like we send them out every Thursday. Like literally for over a year, we've sent them out every single Thursday. And we have 10,000 followers, so there's a lot of people, but our Instagram presence still has, I think they prefer to get their information on Instagram, which is fine. But it's just funny people don't know about it. Maybe we need to figure out how to talk about it more often or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
appreciate you two being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
And I thought we started on just kind of a fun note and just talk about a underrated Salem spot that you consider one of your favorites.
Mm.
Because I feel like we all have those like little hidden gems that we go to that we love, but people just don't really know about.
Mhm.
And you've been writing about Salem for a long time, formerly with the Statesman Journal, and now I'm happy that you're able to be us here with our team. So I feel like you probably have a ton, but what are maybe one or two of your spots that you feel like don't get the credit they deserve in Salem?
Yeah, well, funnily enough, I think a lot in South Salem goes under the radar. Like, I think because Lively Station is so out of the way for Salem standards, but just heading out south and going to, it's kind of like secluded, but it's super delicious in my experience, and I feel like they always have some really great live music or other activities going on as well that people should just go check out more.
Mm.
I love that. No, Lively Station is it's just a cool spot to be in. Like it looks like you're in a little wooden cabin, but then the food's incredible as well. Service is always great, and Jessica and her team are doing an awesome job out there for sure. So,
Mm.
and they do catering as well. You know, I hear that they're looking at a second location, so I'm excited to be able to share some of that news in the near future.
That's exciting.
Yeah. How about you, Ernie? What's one of your like underground hidden spots?
I don't know if it's underground, but Happy Bibimbap is one of my favorites in town. Um, they their food is really good, but like every time I go, the owner, at least I think she's the owner, she always comes up and she's super nice to the table and she's like, "Hi, how are you guys?" Every meal they give you like a free fruit at the end, like a little
That's
slice
cool.
of like lemon or not lemon, watermelon or orange.
Yeah.
Um, this is super nice. One of my friends was regulars in there, so like, them and the owner, like really knew each other. So every time I would go in with them, it was like we got like VIP treatment. It was awesome.
Oh,
That's incredible.
so
Super
nice.
And
nice.
that's downtown, right?
Yeah, it's downtown,
Yeah.
right by the
Okay.
kind of by the Y, like a block away.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of food is it for people that haven't been there?
I believe it is Korean food.
It is Korean
Okay.
food.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and they also serve sushi.
Hmm.
Is it good sushi? Anything you've been there as well?
I think it's good budget sushi.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Love that. What are the
I'm.
best?
Oh,
Go for it.
I was gonna say I'm a sucker for whenever like a restaurant brings you out a bowl or a plate and it's just like sizzling and popping on the way to
Yeah.
your table.
So good.
Mm.
So fire. I think one of the like out south, I think Frida's lunch is still underrated because
Mm.
they have like $8, $10 lunch options, and I feel like you just can't get that in America these days. Like everything's pretty expensive with how food prices have risen. So the
Mhm.
fact they can still deliver some of that is super cool, and it's good food as well.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I forgot, but Black Sheep Cafe and Catering also have a kind of like under $11 lunch, it's like a smaller portion of a sandwich, but you get chips or some other side, and they're also really good. So
Yes.
also out in the south.
Love it. Love it. They're like more in the industrial area, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I feel
Or
like those businesses, like, man, they've had so much construction happening out there. It's been like years and years. It just
Yeah.
keeps going. And so
Mhm.
anytime you
But
get
they're
out there
still
and
open.
support, they're
So
still open,
all those
exactly.
businesses out there, they gotta keep. People just gotta keep going.
Yeah, they're figuring it out for sure. Yep, they sure are.
mm,
What have been your highlights so far? Like, I'm just curious, like the what's happening in Salem journey. What are the things that like keep bringing you back to wanting to be part of it?
Ernie, do you want to go first? You've been here longer.
yeah, I could start. Um, it's been super cool for me seeing like how the like I guess the brand has grown. Like when I first started, our newsletter was super bare bones. Like it looked like a Google Doc. It was just like text,
Yeah,
um, which is like so. It's cool now that we have like it looks super nice now. It's like grown visually, but also I feel like it's like grown physically. Like we've gotten more and more readers, and like we've gotten
yeah,
more and more of an audience, and like the page has grown with the city more and more. Um, Something that's been really cool for me is when I tell people, like in my life, like in my day to day, like, oh yeah, I also like write for What's Happening Salem. They're like, what? No way. And then they're like, because they've always like have seen the page or they follow the page maybe like
yeah,
people around town know about it, like even if they're not following it, like somebody like has sent it to their group chat, something like that. So it's really cool.
yeah.
It's kind of also it's like slowly starting to become like almost like a household name. Like I'm like, oh, What's Happening Salem, and people are like, what? Like people just know about it, so it's really cool.
Yeah, that's been a blessing for sure. And
Mhm.
yeah, you have been like you've seen a lot of the iterations and things we've tried. Like we tried doing an event calendar and a job board, and we kind of shifted up the newsletter to be more like highlighting like a few events, and people hated it. Like bring the list back. That's what we really liked.
Yeah.
So we kind of have gone like a full circle moment, and but yeah, I think we have a product that consistently is there for the community, supporting the community, and helping people know how to get connected.
Mhm.
So and it's been awesome. I I feel like so we met I think because I posted on Instagram right, like, hey, I'm looking for a newsletter writer, and then I had a pretty decent amount of people reach out that were interested. But Ernie was the cream of the crop, and I definitely have never once felt like maybe I didn't make the right choice because he's absolutely crushed it, consistently week after week. So it's been awesome having you part of the journey, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's been awesome. I was really lucky to find this. I was really lucky to find this position, so I appreciate you having me. I think I graduated like from college like 2 or 3 months before you posted that, so
Yeah,
perfect timing.
it was. It really was for both of us, for sure.
Mhm.
And then how about you, Em? You've been a few months. Kind of curious how you're felt about your what's happening Salem journey so far.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. I think initially I was still newsy oriented. At the time I was still doing some freelancing, and so I think it's been really nice to be able to relax and kind of lean into just being more casual, but also being able to just share things that are really fun and nice and not quite so Debbie Downer as sometimes the news cycle will be. But otherwise, the reception from people when I mention, like, oh, yeah, I'm still reading around Salem has been really nice. So
That's
I
awesome.
get some nice emails from time to time. And so keep those emails coming. I love hearing people's responses to things.
Those emails do mean a lot. I think people sometimes maybe don't understand because usually when people are writing, I think anytime you like reach out to a company, you're like something's wrong and hopefully you can fix it. So anytime we get a message from somebody that's just like, hey, like I really recognize how hard your team is working. We appreciate it. Like that feels good for sure.
Mhm.
I feel like the messages on social media are much more like abrasive than the emails that we get for the most part. But like maybe it's just part of the times we live in.
The nature of the beast.
The nature of the beast is right. Because we are kind of at a place now where we're not the like new person in town, like the new thing. It's like
Mhm.
there's expectations, and like if people feel like we're not meeting those expectations, they're very Um,
Quick to
they're
point
quick.
out.
They're quick to like let us know about it, which I appreciate it. It means that they're paying attention. It means that they're caring, and I think accountability is good. And we're not always going to agree with the feedback that we get, and we're not going to be able to make everybody happy. But I do appreciate that we have people who are willing to tell us, like, hey, like you messed up here, or like, hey, here's something you should start doing that would be helpful.
Mhm.
So trying to figure it out.
Especially when we're like sort of like a new form of like news. I guess it's helpful to have people to be like, "Hey, this is working or this is not working."
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Because there isn't like necessarily a roadmap for what we're doing. I think in a lot of ways we're kind of creating it, and there are lots of like little communities around America where you're seeing like newsletter, Instagram type of media companies pop up.
Hmm.
But we really are like one of the first, which is awesome. Like I get hit up all the time for with questions from people on like how to approach a situation, or like asking what we did to grow the page, and so it's cool to be in that situation and kind of be a good, I think a representation of Salem. So yeah, it's been fun for sure. Just breaking all the things. I think we're good at trying new things also, and like understanding not everything is going to work, but some of it's going to.
Hmm.
So we'll see. What's something else you guys think we should try? What's something like curious that either you have an idea that you've been like kind of wandering in the back of your head for a while.
Hmm. Maybe like a social, like, hey, if you like events and you like our newsletter, we'll be here. Here's some, yeah, here's just an excuse to get together. We can
So
all meet at a
here's,
coffee shop.
I actually had a meeting this morning. There's this company that does like dinner parties, and so
Mm.
how it works is, and we're doing it. It'll be November 18th, but I had the call like literally just before this call, and so essentially you'll sign up. It'll be we haven't decided the price yet, but it'll be like a price, and which is like not a lot. It'll be a small amount. Um, but then they'll ask you a few questions about yourself, and then they'll pair you into groups, or not pair you, but you'll be put into a group of six to meet
Hmm.
at one of a few different restaurants around Salem. And then after dinner, everyone will be invited to kind of like a mixer at a bar.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm pretty excited for that because I think we've talked about this type of idea, and then I found out there's a service that just does it for you. So I was like,
Mm.
yeah, they got it pretty dialed. And then have a couple of friends that do newsletters in other parts of America that have worked with them, and like they crushed it. It was a great experience. So I'm excited to bring this to Salem because it'll be a way for a lot of people to connect who maybe wouldn't go to a party, but will come to like meet a few new people at a dinner.
Hmm.
And you have the option of bringing a friend as well, which I think will make it feel like more safer for some people that maybe don't want to come by themselves to meet strangers, but would be okay with like bringing their spouse or a friend with them. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to roll this out. I think the Salem's gonna love it, and it'll do a great job connecting people as well.
Hmm.
Is this the official announcement for that event?
This is like a save the date, maybe more than an official
Okay.
announcement, but early next week we're
First.
gonna we're gonna be pumping it for sure.
Yay.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
not a planned response. I did not coordinate with
yeah,
that. I
for
did not
sure.
coordinate that before.
There's no way you could have for sure. You had no idea that it was a thing. But yeah, I had a couple of friends talk to me about it, and then I was on a phone call with a buddy Landon who does a page in Wichita, and he said they just launched it, and so I was like, all right, that's why I scheduled the call this morning, and we're moving forward with it. It'll be awesome, bringing people together right before Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
which will be nice.
Yeah.
Which will be nice. What's been a highlight of Salem, 2025? Like a good thing that happened there. Like, man, this was a cool moment for Salem.
Ooh.
I really liked seeing how people are coming together when there is a need. Like with the Rudy shutdown, folks were still trying to help out wherever they could, even if the situation was like totally out of their hands.
Yeah,
I mean, On Any Sunday's been doing an awesome thing with their giving table, and I know some other places around town are coming up with their own programs or giving back in other ways that, they'll probably never admit that they're giving back because, they don't need the notoriety for being kind, but it's just really awesome to see more of those big acts when people are in need. and that
Totally.
we shit on Salem. Excuse my language. We're not quite so fond of our town sometimes,
Yeah,
but we're still have each other's backs.
I love that. How about you, Ernie?
I think I remember one day in particular where was hanging out downtown. There was like I think Dark Wash Vintage was having like a pop up like vintage event. So it was just like a bunch of tents with a bunch of like people selling their clothes outside in the like a parking lot downtown. But it was super cool because it was super packed. And they had like a DJ and they had like drinks that they were selling. Yeah, they were selling drinks. But it was just like a bunch of people were there and it was super cool. And you pop like one block over, and then I think the Pride Festival was happening, and then you go to Riverfront Park, and then like there was a bunch of people going from both the events to Riverfront, so Riverfront was also packed, and it was just like a beautiful day, and it was just super cool because I was like, it was one of the most like populated times I've ever seen downtown, and so like I moved here in 2020, so I was used to walking around downtown, and it was just kind of like a ghost town, and everything was
Yeah,
boarded up, and no one was out, so it's like night and day almost. Like I'm like, wow, this is not the Salem that I moved to in the best possible way. Like I love
yeah,
seeing people out on the town. I'm glad that we're back together again and we're being social again. So it was really like then where I was like, wow, like we're really out of the dark now. That's awesome.
I love that. Yeah, there's been some of those moments where it's just like multiple things happening. I feel like this weekend is one of those. Like
Mm-hmm.
the list from the newsletter this weekend. It's like there
It
is
was
so much going
crazy.
on. I had somebody reach out that wanted me to help them promote an event. And they're like, how much would it cost to do a post about it? I was like, I'll be honest, man. Like it's tomorrow. There's a lot going on. I don't know if this is going to be a great fit. But it's just cool to to see that happening. Like so many people making things happening, and hopefully, downtown and just all parts of Salem are just kind of buzzing with positive energy this weekend. As I know a lot of people are like in a tough spot, but it's good to I think still step away and have fun. And even when things are challenging, like find moments to enjoy the things that are good. I think is important, and I kind of feel like that's what we try to do with our page as well.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Kind of rambled a little bit.
Oh, funny.
I think for me, honestly, this is kind of maybe selfish, but I feel like the award shows have been some of like my favorite moments of the year. And I hate picking like one of our own events, but it's just cool like recognizing people who I feel like maybe wouldn't have gotten that type of recognition without this thing that we created. So um, I'm really glad we have that for our community, and I think the next step will be like putting a small committee together and just figuring out like how do we make each one bigger and better, and just make sure we're just highlighting a lot of people in fun ways. 'Cause I
Mm-hmm.
think you highlight the people who are getting the awards, but also providing people an opportunity to perform at the Grand Theater who
Mm-hmm.
probably wouldn't have otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, um I know when we had Eleanor on, she's a comedian and she performed at our first award show,
Oh yeah.
and she was like, "It's always been a goal of mine to perform at the Grand Theater," and like it happened because of this award show. So just having those moments is super fun.
We're making dreams come true.
That's what we do. We just wake up, we put our pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have our pants on, we make freaking dreams come true over here. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we do. It was also fun hanging out with Ernie and Squeezy at downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So he is somebody who I was not familiar with previously, but they sent me an email like, "Hey, we got this movie coming out. He'd love to come to Salem and promote it." So like, hey, I looked at his page and I saw Ernie followed him, and he has like almost 1 million followers. So he has built an incredible like cult following for himself through just a ton of like hard work and like consistently putting out videos.
For
Um,
years,
for
long
yeah,
time.
for a long time. And so we are walking around downtown, and it's kind of interesting. He even like mentioned this where it was like the serving community just knows him, like that's his audience. And every time we go into like a coffee shop, the person that was serving was like, "Squeezy, like, what are you doing in Salem?" Yeah, they were pumped. So it was really fun to kind of see that reaction of, "Why are you in my my restaurant right now? This is awesome." And like asking for pictures, and it's just cool to see things like that happen. As Ernie's dying right now.
Yeah, I kept getting his ads. He was in Portland as well. I did not see him, but it's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
I think the Portland show sold out quick, and so he's kind of
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
can't get in Portland, but Salem still has tickets left. You should go. You should go there,
Mhm.
which is fire.
He posted when he was on Willamette, and so like all my friends from school were like, our group chats were lit again, and like people were texting like, "Yo, what is this?" So I was like, wait till you see what he posts later. But I haven't been on his page yet. I'm waiting. Hopefully, I make the cut.
For sure. Yeah, I think we'll have to at least post a photo or something.
Hmm.
Are you going to the premiere though?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Sick. Yeah, he gave us a couple tickets, so I'm excited to go check that out. I'm not sure what to expect with the movie. I saw like some of the clips. I'm like, man, this guy is a wild. That looks like it's gonna be a fun time for sure.
Mhm.
What is something that's not in Salem that you two would be like, man, this would be cool if it was like, maybe it's an event, maybe it's a specific business, but like, what's something that Salem doesn't have yet you think would be a great ad?
I mean, there can be so much more. I feel like this is always my soapbox, but I can always be more different types of restaurants. Like I
Yeah.
think Salem would adore a hot pot restaurant, like a true hot pot experience, because everybody's always like, I want more soup. You should always have more
Yeah.
soup. Um, yeah, I just have so many. I've just stopped at one for now, unless
Love it.
Ernie.
We used to have a really good soup and bagel spot off of Lancaster. I think the owner's kind of retired, and um, but yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah, you're right. There's definitely a gap for like different types of soup because pho is great, but you can only have pho so much. You want to kind of mix it
There's
up
so
every now and
much
then.
more good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
How about you, Ernie?
I have a lot of fun roller skating, and there's like a pop up roller skating that happens in town like almost every week. Um, but I think it just having like a dedicated roller skating rink would be super cool. I'm super into the aesthetic, like the bowling alley like bus seat carpet, and like the neon lights and like the arcade machines and the like. I'm just imagining like '80s music going on, new wave, and then you just skating around the rink. I think that would be super cool. You're just like, I'm bored on a Wednesday after work. Let me go skate for an hour.
Yeah, so many people ask for it too that I feel like there is a way to make it happen.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, I wonder how the pop-up is doing. I remember when they first launched, I like reached out to them, was like, "Hey, can you send me some information? We have to do a post about it." And they're like, "Yeah, just tell people to follow our page and we'll keep them updated." I'm like, I can't really do that post. That's not gonna like do super well. I need to like have something to tell people, not just like follow this page.
Hmm.
But it'd be fun to circle back with them and be like, "Hey, like, all right, what's going on? How do we help create some excitement around this?" Because that is one of the questions I get a lot. Is like, we need a roller rink, we need ice skating, and um, I think from a business side, the insurance costs I think make it scary
Hmm.
for people to take on. But at the same time, like where there's a will, there's a way. So
Yeah, Cherry City Derby, I believe that's what it's called. I mean, I feel like they're so popular now that there should be more plans for a roller skating rink to be put in place.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Maybe that'll be the next step for them. They'll like do well enough and see there's a community built that they can make it happen. It'd be super fun,
Hmm.
super fun, super duper. Maybe even super duper fun.
Could be.
Maybe that'd be a fun. Sorry, tangent, but super duper. Like this is our super duper pick of the week.
Mm-hmm.
This is our duper, like the regular duper, but this is our super duper
Super
list.
duper.
I don't know. I
Send
don't
your
know.
nominations to us via email.
Yeah, send your super duper nominations. Should be our super duper pick of the week?
Mhm.
Person of the week
It'll all be like animal, pet photos. We'll take those too.
for
Yes.
all of them. All the things. All the things. The next thing I want to get going is the sports page. We're kind of taking steps in the right direction. I feel like Em's done an awesome job as far as like with the schedules. Um, I actually am working with a couple of high school students who have been tasked with working with their sports, why couldn't athletic directors for each high school and like getting a nomination for like player of the week, and so people can vote on
Mm.
who gets player of the week. So we'll have like a what's happening in Salem, like athlete of the week every week, I think will be fun. Because they used to have that back in the day, and it was like a breakfast. It was like a whole thing if you were picked for it. But this was like 15 years ago, maybe even longer.
Well, I know
Um,
they still do that within the paper and like I think within OSA, like the actual org, but it's definitely not like an occasion like it
yeah,
used to be.
yeah. I feel like it's just like go to the website and vote, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can do it. But is it only Salem too, or is it bigger? Like what they do? I guess I don't
I
even
think
know.
there's different scales.
Okay,
So, yeah,
there's like a
different
Salem
levels.
one, so we could probably find a way to make it a little more exciting. Would be fun. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Maybe we find there's like a committee and like they deliver some sort of a congratulations to the student at their high school. That would be fun every week. What do you think, Em? Is that a bad idea or is that a good idea?
I think that's a lot of work for every week with the
Yeah,
season going by so quickly. So I
that's
don't know
true.
if maybe
Yeah,
weekly's a little hard. Maybe that's why they discontinued the in-person things, just
it
because it was
probably
so crazy
was.
to schedule.
Yeah, because they would like
Um,
feed everybody too. It was like a whole
yeah.
thing.
Mm.
So we got to find some sort of funders.
Mhm.
But yeah, it'd be fun to do something like that. A simple version that is also exciting and make sure people feel like they're appreciated.
Mm.
Yeah.
We probably find a sponsor for that also. I feel like that's a very sponsorable type of thing. Do you want to
This is
sponsor it,
like a
Ernie?
meeting being recorded. This
That's
feels
what it
weird.
is. Yeah, this is the brainstorming session. People are listening like, terrible idea. This idea sucks. Jacob. We hate it. I'm trying to figure out what's next with the podcast. We've been so we recently launched like the 10-minute coffee talks with Salem Reporter. I don't know if either of you have you listened to them at
Yeah,
all,
Yeah.
they're
but
good. Mhm.
I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Where it's just like here quickly, here's what's happening in Salem. I think the next step is then marketing the podcast, and I have found a couple of services that like specialize in local podcasts where they will like target podcast listeners in your area. Because I feel like people that are watching our Instagram and reading our newsletter are not the same people that necessarily would listen to our podcast.
Mm.
And so trying to figure out, okay, how do we find the people who are actually like in Salem listening to podcasts consistently? And I think we have a good product. Like we have good guests. Like they're sharing insightful information for the most part. And it's just a matter of making sure the right people are aware of what we're doing because podcasts aren't as shareable as Instagram Reels or like even a newsletter. Like a newsletter is pretty easy. Like, hey, like forwarding this to somebody and they'll be able to see a specific thing or sharing a link, whatever. But I feel like a podcast has to be like exceptional for like I'm trying to think of in my life I probably shared two podcasts. You know what I mean? Like it has to be so good for somebody to take that step to actually like share it with a friend.
Mm.
And so part of the challenge is okay, how do we make the podcast that good? But also like all right, how do we find other opportunities to actually get this podcast in front of people? So still trying to figure that out.
Mm.
Yeah, I know clipping podcast parts is always like popular, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine, that being done for
Well,
the
we
10
do.
minutes. It's just so fast.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we have done clips, and the clips do pretty decent.
Yeah.
But
They don't
people,
spam like a larger audience.
yeah, and people don't generally like look at a podcast clip and then be, oh, I'm gonna listen to that podcast. They kind of look
Unless
for
it's
the next
crazy.
clip. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the clips do definitely do a lot better than the podcasts themselves on Instagram. So it's nice having that content for sure. But one step at a time. Newsletter, Instagram. What else? Are there any other forms of media you think we should be exploring outside of podcast, newsletter,
I think we should have a Reddit page.
a Reddit
I
page?
love Salem Reddit's page.
Should we have our? Would it be more? Would it be actually creating the what's happening in Salem, or would it just be contributing to what's on the Salem Reddit page?
Well,
Mm.
I mean, we can post and we can ask for feedback and I mean, it's about Salem, so I feel like we're not making like anything crazy exclusive for Reddit. It's just, another forum for feedback that I don't know if all those folks will necessarily be on Instagram.
Okay.
Even Facebook content gets cross-posted on there. So,
Yeah. I have heard that like our Instagram reels will get posted on Reddit, but just us being more intentional about, hey, like there's this new thing coming, here's what's happening. What would it look like? I guess I'll ask you, you're on Reddit. I'm actually not a big Reddit user, so I don't even I think yeah, I think with anything you have an idea of what it could look like, but then once you actually do it, you realize, oh wow, I knew nothing about this at all. So I can just
yeah.
like what
I
would it look
mean,
like, do you think?
I think having an account and then you can chip in and whatever as well. Just having a presence and that we're there, we can post the content or information that we have that's on Instagram or wherever. Um, and even just asking for feedback, like, hey, this is about Salem, what are your thoughts? Because people post questions and they ask for feedback and recommendations like all the time. And I think, especially like I know the Salem Reporter has a presence on the Instagram as well, and so I don't think it's bad to just necessarily have another place where we're reachable.
Yeah.
It could even like start out as like what, because there are questions on Reddit all the time. Like when I was doing this last newsletter and I was looking for like what's there to do in Halloween, like I would find like so many Reddit pages of just like what neighborhood do I go to in Salem, or like
Yeah.
what event
Where's
do
the
I,
coolest house?
yeah,
Mhm.
coolest house, cool lights, cool decorations, like bar Halloween parties. Like there's a bunch of people
Mhm.
asking a bunch of stuff that I feel like we can be like, we know, you know.
Yeah, we can chip in. We can
Hmm.
give advice, or if people know things, they can just say like, "Hey, we know this and this is going on, or this and this is, you know, to need to know."
100%. All right, I like it. I like it. So is it pretty easy? Just like like what would be the steps we would take to be on Reddit and have starting having a presence, and then
We make the account. We
make the
post.
account?
We
Uh,
post hello, we are here. Follow us
is it
or see us around the
how
Reddit.
often would you recommend posting on Reddit, or does that even matter to start?
I don't even think it really matters. I think just like interacting with content is the most important thing because, it just shows the people who post or comment or interact regularly, you can like you'll recognize it if you're a frequent of that
Yeah.
subreddit.
Do you post
So
often from like a page, or are you more of a reader, observer?
definitely lurking. And I feel
Okay.
like that's most Reddit users anyway.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's crazy.
Interesting.
Posting on Reddit? No.
No, that's what you're telling us to do, though.
No, well, we're public facing. We actually have a reason to post and comment.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I have no reason to.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's just outside of my peripheral, so not super aware of it. And also trying to think through like in the priorities where would it fit.
It's pretty
But
low, but once you make an account, you just like I don't know, Ernie, you would probably casually scroll. I would casually scroll and interact too, so it's
Yeah,
not like
I
yeah,
think you could
a big
like
deal.
recontextualize like some newsletter pieces, and you're like I think like something like the Halloween guide would probably, like M's Halloween guide would kill it on Reddit. Um, some of those more like wide ranging, like look forward to, like the November send could be repurposed for
Hmm.
that, or even just like if you're scrolling through and you see something where it's like best neighborhood to trick or treat in, and then if we know something like that, just like comment like two or three neighborhoods. Uh, so it's not even like a whole post. You're just like, oh, these places, and then people are like, who posted this? Oh, what's happening, Salem? That's awesome.
okay, I like it.
Pretty
And that's
cash.
yeah, keep it cash. Just like post some of like the top, like here's like our top like 10 events of the week or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay, I'd be
Yeah,
down. I'd be down to try it. Who wants to do it? Who wants to get it started?
I can make it.
You want it? Okay, that'd be awesome. That'd be helpful.
Yay.
We also are launching an Instagram page, Valley Poured. Um, the entire focus of this is focusing on Willamette Valley's wine culture. The wine industry right now is kind of in a tough spot because they have younger people who aren't really drinking wine. Part probably because just everything's so expensive, and
A lot of young people aren't drinking in general right now.
Yeah, people are drinking less. I think seltzers kind of like had a pretty big impact on wine and or even like breweries. It kind of like a lot of I know farmers just had tons of extra hops because people just aren't drinking beer as much as they were in the past. And then you have older people who just have so much wine they don't need to buy any more wine because they're like, I don't have enough time in my life to drink the wine I already have, and so like purchasing more isn't going to be a thing. So you kind of have like both sides that are impacting the industry. So I thought it would be fun because we do have just like so many incredible wineries to figure out a way to highlight some of the things they're happening, things that they're doing, have some fun with it. So that's kind of another thing I'm interested in playing with. We actually launched the page Valley Poured, getting some traction. We only have like 3 posts, and they're all just like memes that aren't that good, to be honest. But I just wanted to get something up on the page. But the idea is kind of like here's the things to do this week in Willamette Valley at Willamette Valley Wineries, and then have some like kind of fun posts, and then kind of build on that and see where it goes. So excited to see potential there. I think there is. It could be a way to help out a lot of people.
Yeah, it was fun to gather all the events.
Yes, thank you for helping with that, Em.
Hmm. Yeah. Now people can't say there's nothing to do because there's things around Salem, and then if you really don't care about Salem, just go to a winery. There's so many good ones.
Exactly right. There are so many good ones. Awesome. Well, I appreciate both of you being on the podcast. Did you have either of you have any questions you wanted to ask me or to each other?
Mm,
Not that I can think
no.
of. We should do another in-person bonding thing. We stopped doing it in-person meetings.
We do need
We
to,
need to
yeah.
do like an in-person bonding thing for real.
Yes, I like that. I like that idea for sure. Throw some axes or something, Oregon axe.
Yeah.
What should we do for our next team builder?
Hmm.
And should we invite the
Dating
community or?
pop-up?
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, go for it, Ernie.
no, I like the axe throwing a lot. Also bowling. Bowling. I've only went once recently, but it's been like the big talk. In my house, a lot of restaurants and like businesses around town give out those like one free game at
The wreck,
Northgate at Northgate.
Northgate. Yeah,
The rec
Really?
is also really cool too.
yeah,
So maybe like a bowling game. That'd be
I like
fun.
that.
I think.
North.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Northgate used to have like dollar bowling or something crazy cheap on Sundays.
Ooh.
Um, but sorry, not what you were saying. Apologize.
Oh, all good. I was just gonna say. I think like having I really like our like award show and stuff. I think having like monthly or bi-month, maybe like bi-monthly, but like a smaller scale, like what's happening Salem sort of like meetup or pop up, where it's just like hey, we're gonna be at this bowling alley in 2 weeks. Like come through, bowl with us, say hi, or like we're gonna be I don't know bowling or something like that. Something like a little smaller, so we could maybe get like more people in. Like what's
Yeah,
happening Salem's just gonna like be here. It's not gonna be like a thing, but it's gonna be
yeah,
like a thing. I think that'd
yep,
be fun.
absolutely. I love
We'll be
that.
at the library.
Yeah.
Full of coloring books.
I love that.
No.
Oh yeah, what's happening? Salem coloring book would kill it.
Yeah,
Yeah, here's all the places around town you can color it.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
that would be a lot of fun.
Where would we have in the coloring book? I gotta
Mm,
shout out
Gold,
Willamette.
Gold
Willamette
Man
would
for
be in
sure.
there.
Willamette,
yeah.
the Taco
Mhm.
Bridge, and the Jerry Frank Amphitheater.
I think like a general scape of like an overview of downtown, maybe.
Mm.
That'd be fun.
Did you get the
Bush Park.
skyline in there a little bit?
Mm.
What was it?
Oh, I said Bush Pasture Park too.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Capitol
Um,
Park with when the cherry blossoms are blooming.
yes, the deep wood and outside that shot
Mm-hmm.
with the gardens. Hmm. We can make this happen. We can make this happen.
We definitely can make it happen. The problem, yeah, we'd have to figure out because I would just be like, hey, let's just have AI make the pictures, and everyone would be like, no, do
No,
not do
sorry.
that,
Full
never.
stop.
Full stop.
Yeah.
So we gotta find an artist that can do coloring.
I think it'd be fun as a fundraising thing. Part of proceeds go somewhere.
I like it.
Right around the corner from the holidays.
I also want to do Salem puzzles.
Yes.
Ooh,
That would
yeah.
be so cool. I love a good puzzle. We could do a puzzle swap. Salem puzzle swap.
Oh,
Sorry.
that
I
would
love the
actually be
puzzle swap.
really cool.
I've got
Wait,
2 like right here.
have
I'm
those
done.
ever happened in Salem? Is that a thing?
Hmm?
Has
Puzzle
that ever
swap?
happened before?
I think at the library, maybe.
I think, yeah.
Once or twice. But I've never seen them like outside. Or maybe one of the game shops around town have done them, but I have not seen them widely advertised, if at all.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that could be fun.
Yeah.
Simple thing. Just bring puzzles, trade them.
Yeah. Oh my god, literally this one right here. This one was a fun one.
Ooh, my happy place.
300 pieces. No, 750
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. I think some people get relaxed by puzzles. I am not in that category though. And I was like, I don't know where any of these pieces go. I'm done. I'm gonna walk away quickly.
Mhm.
I love them. But yeah, that would be cool too. An artist to draw puzzles.
We could have like a couple different artists do it, and then we a couple different artists collaborate on the coloring book, and then it's like lift up the local artist as well.
Yeah.
And then we have a reason to go vend at the art shows. We've got art. It's just coloring books and puzzles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you both so much being part of the team. It definitely means a lot. And we got some fun ideas, some fun brainstorming we did on this call, some fun ideas to consider as we think about what's next. And everybody listening, we want to hear your ideas as well. If there's something cool that's happening in Salem that you want us to be highlighting, let us know about it. If there's something you think you'd like to see that you haven't seen, let us know about that as well. And we definitely want to play a role in bringing it to life.
Yeah, hit us up,
Yeah,
I
don't be
appreciate you.
strangers.
email us, DM us, yell at us
Holler.
on the street.
Slide those DMs.
Maybe not on the street.
You, what are we doing?
I love it. I appreciate you both. All right. I'll see you all soon, Salem.
Happy
Bye.
Halloween.